Hi everyone, it's Coach Melis. Happy New Year to you. I am so excited for what God is going to do for us in this upcoming year. 2025 is really about the year of divine opportunities. You heard me right. It's that place where I feel that many of us who have felt stuck, right, in the times past, years past, even last year, where it was just a very difficult season for many of us. It was that time where we felt like we didn't have vision. We felt like we were always in the dark, or maybe we lacked resources, or perhaps we just lacked order. There was just things that were just happening that were chaotic and confusing. Well, I'm telling you, in going into 2025, that God is setting us up for divine opportunities. And here's what that means for us. It's a place where he's going to bring forth his vision. It's that place of where it's strategic plans and purposes of what he wants to do in and through our lives. It's also a place where we will have opportunity to engage in new partnerships where we may have lacked resources in times past. God's going to bring the resources, the people, the engagement of those people, so that we fulfill what is before us. But I also love the fact that there's a very specific purpose of what God is looking to do in this upcoming year. It's about bringing forth his fulfillment. It's about bringing forth the fulfillment of the very essence of what we have desired in our hearts. And so when you start thinking about 2025, I really am encouraging you to be positioned and to continue to position yourself, to be asking the Lord very specific questions. God, what is your plan? When you think about plans, it's not just high level, it is very detail oriented. In Isaiah, it speaks about how God gives us the spirit of counsel. That word counsel refers to his very specific purpose and plans from him. I love to think of it in this way, that when God was giving Noah the details to build the ark, it wasn't just high level generalities. It's a season where God's bringing in very distinct, very understanding moments, things that we will need. That it's not just generalization. It's very, very specific, right? And I think some of us have been wanting specifics, that we don't want to fumble and stumble anymore, but we want the specifics. And this is the divine opportunities as we continue to press into him and wanting to hear his heart, being planted and grounded in his heart. He's going to give us the specifics. The other thing about the divine opportunities is it brings forth partnerships. And I spoke about that just a few minutes ago. It's that place of where we have felt maybe we were like a one-man shop, or maybe perhaps we had lacked the resources, or just the community, the connection, the neededness to move us to that next phase. And I want to say to you, there is things, alignments occurring, that so that you walk in the fulfillment of what God has. So you have to look at your life as you are a missing piece to somebody, but they are also a missing piece to you. And this is where there will be divine alignments that come into fruition. And that's so powerful. The next thing we want to look at is the divine projects that God is setting up. Divine projects are very specific assignments that, as we are orchestrating the plan and the partnerships, then there's the fulfillment of assignments, those projects that he wants to have happen. And it's that intercrossing, that interlinking with one another, with other lives, the impact. It's always for a greater expansion. And then it brings us to the final point, is where we have the divine purpose. And I want to say this, and the divine purpose isn't the execution of the assignment. It's his actually the timing of what had and what was needed. And I want to encourage you, because I feel like there are some of you who had stepped out in times past, and it wasn't God's divine purpose. It wasn't his alignment of time. And now we are walking in, and he wants us to have our faith built up so that we partner with him first and foremost. But it's also this place where it's he is saying it's the kairos moment, not chronological. Kairos is the God divine timing. Think of it when John the Baptist was being born. He was the forerunner for Jesus. His birth it was an indication of the Messiah, Jesus, coming, and they all interwoven together. It was always a divine timing. And I want to encourage you right now that some of you, that you need to step into boldness again, to dream again, to move with God, because this is the divine moment where he is opening up pathways for you to fulfill the very things of what he has called you to do. It is going to be an exciting, exhilarating year ahead. And I pray that your hope is filled like to the full, overflowing. I also pray that you would get into a place and a posture where you are just literally pressing into God this year like you've never done before. Because in order for us to fulfill the divine opportunities, it is a place where we are walking in a new, intense, deep relationship with him. It's no longer just kind of fumbling and stumbling and trying to figure things out. No, it is a time for us to hunger after him and his purposes. And as we sit with him, he's going to continue to give us the revelation upon revelation, and he's bringing everything into complete order. I love that. And I love what he's going to do in and through our lives. I pray you are geared up. I pray you are excited. And I pray that you have expectations, because this is the year of divine opportunities. All right. I hope you have a phenomenal January. Happy New Year to you. I can't wait to hear your stories of what God is doing and how he's doing it. And I would love for you to message me. Would love for you to connect with me, so that we can continue to partner together to encourage one another in our journeys. Remember this: you are loved, you are lovely, and you are lovable. Have expectations, because your King Jesus, is waiting and anxiously wanting to walk beside you in this upcoming season. All right. Have a phenomenal, phenomenal January, and I'll see you soon.